Hello everyone and welcome to the Storytime with Billy channel. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest videos and content. It's time for fun with Phonics! Woohoo! Today we are going to learn all about the Phase 5 tricky words. Ooh, I wonder if any of you can remember what a tricky word is. Yes, of course, these are naughty words that don't follow the rules of phonics, which means they don't sound the way they're spelt. So we're going to have to work together to find out what these tricky words are. And by the end, we should be able to read and recognise all of the Phase 5 tricky words. Are you ready? Brilliant! Let's do it! I wonder what tricky word will be first. Shall we find out? Oh, I've got it. Remember, these are tricky words. They don't always behave. Oh, that was a tricky word. Let's have a look, shall we? Now, when we read through the tricky words, we're going to try and sound them out using our phonics knowledge first, and then we'll look at the tricky part and see if we can read it. Oh, oh, oh. That doesn't sound right to me. We can see a line under both of these letters, which means it's a digraph, two words that make one sound. Oh. Oh! You try. Oh! You might exclaim, oh, maybe if you've realised something. Oh, I remember I've forgotten my lunch. Oh, there's a huge puddle in the path. Oh! Oh! Brilliant, well done. I wonder which word will be next. Oh, tricky. Can you pull it with me? 1, 2, 3. Oh, these pesky tricky words. Let's see if we can work them out, shall we? Let's sound it out first. K, ed, look at it, it doesn't sound quite right. We're almost there. I wonder, can you see a word that you recognise in this tricky word? Let's take away the ed for a moment, shall we? Look, ed, look, ed. Doesn't quite work, does it? But if we take away the e, looked. You try. Looked. I looked at a book. Looked. Well done, everybody. I wonder which word will be next. Ooh. Let's try and sound it out normally first. K, a, u, d. Cowled. Doesn't quite make sense, does it? Let's look at the first part of the word first. K-a-o, cow. No, that's not quite right. K-o-o, cool. As if to call someone on the telephone. Cool. And if you can remember what we did with look when we had ed, let's pretend the e is quiet. Cooled. You try? Called. I called my mum on the telephone to see if she was okay. Called. Well done, everybody. I wonder which word will be next. Ooh, I think these tricky words are stuck to the table. Ooh. Well done, everyone. Let's sound this word out first. Asked. Oh, I think we can work this one out quite quickly. Can you spot ed again? Or pretend the e is silent. Ask, asked, asked. You try. Asked. Or you might pronounce it asked. Or asked. I asked a question. I asked my teacher if I could go to the toilet. Asked or asked. Well done, everybody. You're doing amazing with these Phase 5 tricky words. I have a feeling you'll be reading and recognising them in no time at all. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's sound it out. Cowled. Cowled? Moo. No, not cowled. I think we need to do some work here, don't we? Could. Oh, I noticed that I didn't put the L in that time. That's because the L is silent. Could. Could. You try. Could. Could. I could walk on a wire. I could go to the shops to get some snacks. Could. You might put it in a question too. Could I go to the toilet, please? Could. Great work, everybody. You're doing an amazing job. What's next? Oh, we've got some lines to help us. Let's see if we can read this word using our phonics knowledge. The. E-I-R. Ooh, this looks like the trigraph ear, but it can't be because ear is spelt E-A-R, whereas this trigraph is spelt E-I-R. And in fact, it doesn't sound like ear, it sounds like air. The air. There. 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 You try. There. There. That sounds like a tricky word we've read before, but that tricky word there is spelt T-H-E-R-E, whereas this tricky word there is spelt T-H-E-I-R. Now, even though they both sound the same, they're spelt differently and they have different meanings. This there, T-H-E-R-E, is meant when you're talking about something that belongs to somebody else. It was their teddy bear. It was their sweets. There. There. Great work, everybody. Oh, I've got a fun tricky word. Oh, come on, tricky word. I need you. Ooh, oh, well done, everybody. Let's see if we can sound this tricky word out using our phonics knowledge. P-E-O-P-U. Petopple. 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 Also, it's a bit cockney, doesn't it? Petopple. But it doesn't sound right, does it? Let's see if we can figure this word out. They're fine. An oo with the quiet E on the end. But how are we going to sound out this E and O? E-O? E-O-P-L. People. Ooh, that sounds like a familiar word. Can you work out what it is? People. So the E and the O make the E sound. E-P-O. People. People. You try. People. People. Brilliant. There are lots of people in the world. People. Well done, everyone. You're doing an amazing job. We've got 2 more tricky words to learn. Are you ready? Brilliant. Ooh, I think we can sound this word out. But why are only 3 of the letters in purple? Let's sound it out first and see what the word is, and then I'll explain a bit more. M-I-S-T-R-E-S. Mistress. Mistress. Now, it sounds okay, and we can use our phonics to sound that word out. But mistress is a longer way to say another word that you may have heard. M-R-S. M-R-S. Mrs. as in one of your teachers, Mrs. Smith, or Mrs. May, whatever your teacher may be called. If they're married, they usually refer to them as Mrs. M-R-S. Mrs., which is short for mistress. Mrs. You try. Mrs. Mrs. Great work, everybody. So if we've just read Mrs., I wonder what the next word will be. I'll give you a clue. It's the opposite of Mrs. Shall we see? Oh, here we go. Now we're going to read the long word first and then see what it's long for. Mister. Oh, well, that's easy peasy. M and R. Mister, as in Mr. Buckingham, which is my school name. Mister. Mister. You try. Mister. Mister. Brilliant work, everybody. Now, are you up for a challenge? I think you are, because we've just learned how to read all of the Phase 5 tricky words. I wonder, I'm going to give them a shuffle now, if you can read them without my help. Do you think you can? Oh, I'd love it if you could give it a try. And even if you don't get them all the first time, you can watch this video again and keep on trying. Practice makes perfect, after all. I'm going to shuffle these words up. I'm going to show you the word, and then when I push it forward, you can have a go at reading it. Are you ready? Brilliant. Okay, have a look at the first word. Ready? Could. Well done. Okay, let's see what's next. Asked or asked. Well done. Called. Brilliant. What could it be? Mister. Mister. Brilliant. Well done. What's next? Looked. Looked. Well done. People. People. Brilliant work. Oh. Oh. Great work. Ooh. There. There. Well done. One more word. Are you ready? What's sneaking over here? What's sneaking over there? But what is the word? Mrs. Mrs. Woohoo! Well done, everybody. You read all the Phase 5 tricky words. Give yourself a round of applause. Tiny clap. Marshmallow clap. A silent clap. And, of course, a seal of approval. Well done, everybody. Now that you've had to go at reading and recognising the Phase 5 tricky words, see if you can practice writing them as well. You can always do look, say, cover, write, and check to help you. There are lots of ways you can find the Phase 5 tricky words to read online, but of course, use my video to practice reading and recognising those tricky words. I'll be back soon with even more fun with phonics. Woohoo! Thanks for joining me, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everyone!